Looks like daylight up there. It's not. We put floodlights up there. It is pitch black. So what we're seeing up there is to the next tunnel. So in mining, when you've got horizontal tunnels, those are going to be called crosscuts. When you have tunnels that run upwards, those are going to be called raises. And this area that we're standing in front of right now is an example of a coal chute. Okay, so coal chutes will be found throughout the mine. They're going to vary in size. This one's a larger one. We refer to this one as the double chute. Okay. So how coal chutes are essentially going to work is you're going to have men that are up on those upper layers there, on the upper level. They're going to be mining. They're going to send the coal down into the coal chute. The coal's going to collect in this wooden area here. Once that wooden area is full, they're going to drop this apron at the front and they're going to fill up the coal cars. We're going to have a problem with coal chutes though. Some of them aren't as steep as this one. So if they don't have enough of an angle to them, that coal is going to get stuck in there. So in order to move that coal, you're going to have an entry-level position here. Their job is to get up into the coal chutes and to kick that coal down. Jesus. Yeah, they're called buckers, and you're going to buck the coal down. Okay, so you'll be in there, you'll be kicking the coal down, but miners will not stop for some kid in the tunnel, in the coal chute there. So they're going to continue to send coal down because they make 50 cents per ton, right? So it'll come down at you in waves. So you kind of have to, you've got to be pretty quick on your feet. Just make sure you don't break a leg or anything. There is an area to sit down at the back, but if you sit down, now your back is to that coal and you can't see it coming. Yeah, we're going to have a theme with entry level. Don't think you want it. So, buckers, that's what they're called. And if they do the job properly, they look like they're on a bucking horse. So hence the title. Actually learned recently in the UK, one lady was on my tour and her grandfather was employed in one of the UK mines at the age of 7 because he has nice narrow shoulders to get up into the coal chute. It's scary. It's scary. It's awful to think of. While we're looking at this coal cart here, we would have had two different ones in our mine. This one here is an example of a larger coal cart. It holds 1 ton. It's 1 ton when it's empty, and it holds 5 tons worth of coal. Okay, so these big coal carts are actually going to get pulled out of the mine by compressed air engines. Those are going to be called dinkies. Okay, so over the top of the creek, we would have line. You might have seen some of the old line that's still there. That's a compressed air line. That's going to be used to run those engines and tools. Now, the second set of carts, they're about half the size. They're going to weigh 3 tons when they're full. They'll be on the lower levels of the mine. In our mine, we have really nice big tunnels here, so we actually got horses down here. So we have big Clydesdale horses. So with that in mind, how many coal cars on average do you think one horse could pull? Any guesses? 1? 1? 3? The average is between 6 to 8 full coal cars. And the record we found was 12, so that's 36 tons worth of coal.
So that's 1 horse?
1 horse. But this is how they're able to do it. Like, the carts would be on rails, and I don't know if you've noticed we're slightly going uphill. So they would be able to pull these downhill. So this is why they're able to pull so much. But we have a problem with coal cars. Do you see brakes? No. Here's another entry-level position. You're going to run the brakes. Here's the brakes. This is called a sprag. Your job title is going to be a spragger or a brakeman. So there's going to be 2 of you, one on either side of the coal car. Coal cars are going to be moving. You're going to have an armload of these. You're going to take it and you're going to throw it into the spokes of the coal car. That sprag comes around the bottom side of the coal car and binds up against the bottom, and that's how they're stopping the coal cars. But if your follow-through is a little too good and you get your fingers in the coal car, what's happening to your fingers?
Goodness.
Exactly, they're unfortunately ripped right off your hand. So they said you could tell good spraggers because they had most of their fingers, but not all of them. I think you try to get good at that job really quick. Interesting fact about the horses, it takes about 5 years to train a horse to work underground properly, and they'll get hard hats before the miners get hard hats. Miners are a dime a dozen, you can get them anywhere. Horse gets spooked, you've wasted a lot of time and money on that horse. Yeah, sad reality, unfortunately. While we're looking at this coal car, we're going to see that it's got a tag on it. So these tags are going to be your contract number, so different than your miner's check. So your contract number is going to hang on a board off to the side, kind of like this one over here. When you fill the coal car up, you'll yell down to the workers down here. They're going to take your contract number, they'll put it on the side of the coal car. This coal car goes out to the tipple, that's where it gets weighed. This is going to be how you get paid. Sometimes you get lazy miners that don't want to do the work, so they'll swap out and put theirs on, which is going to be an issue. So as a way to get around this, they'll actually take a piece of chalk and write on the bottom of the coal car. Now, why this works here is our tipple had a rotary dump in it. So how this works is the full coal cars will go out to that tipple. It's going to lock on the wheels and it'll actually flip those cars over, and that's how they're going to empty the coal cars. So you'll see the number written on the bottom, and then they'll take a look at that number. If they don't match, you'll sort it out. I don't think he'll do it twice. But they have a way of sorting things out down here for sure. Do you have any questions at all? No questions?